guys. Hey, we're in the game already. All right, it is our yellow Terran at the top of the map from the team MVP with his cool new shirt. He is known as
MVP SC.
That is apparently actually the voice that did those voices for the Korean client of Starcraft.
Yeah, Korean Terran units.
Hear that voice every day, Wolf, as I ladder.
USA Hearts MVP. As they should. Oh, there's a guy, fan back there waving. A lot of foreign fans here today.
Yeah. Down the bottom of the map. I sometimes call him the Gummy Bear Terran. His name just reminds me of it.
Pixel GuMiho.
But he's got so many other nicknames that are actually way better than that, so.
There he is, the Towel Terran.
That's right, using the Towel of Power. The terrible towel. And
he's like, I wiped my hands clean of what I did to you last game. It was so disgusting. I washed my hands with this. He's like, I'm never doing mech again. It's not even fair.
He's like, it's so easy. Thanks to Intel, Sony Ericsson, and G-Skill for sponsoring the GSL. Giving us great matches like this one here.
13 barracks going down for GuMiho. Making his barracks on 13 instead of 12, a little bit later.
I wonder if that was just a mistake, actually, because I can't really think of a reason to do that. I mean, I suppose it's like slightly more economical because there usually is a little bit of a delay after you build your gas on 13 before you can build your nest.
Well, yeah, if you make your barracks at the wall too, your SBS will travel further. So I think that's the reason. Well, it means his first meal is going to be slightly behind, of course. Now, both of these guys appear to be doing a one barracks expand, neither taking gas at this point.
Look at that APM. It's a little bit lower.
Look at this timing. GuMiho is going to get 16 orbital right at, as soon as his SCV finished, he starts the Marine. And this is because of the new barracks build time. I think it was actually intentional, so he actually timed it so you get the barracks finishing as that one SCV, the extra SCV that he made on his orbital finished. And everything would be still crisp. He could still get his Marine out immediately.
Well, here's how that kind of works: is if you go for the 12 racks, you know, like you normally would, then yeah, there's like this little gap between when your 15 SCV finishes to when your barracks finishes. So I wonder if we're going to see more Terrans getting their barracks on 13. I'm going to have to give that a try.
Well, look at
like this; it's perfectly fine.
Look at how GuMiho was able to get his command center first as well, just from that extra, just a few extra minerals. Second barracks going down for SC. No gases yet, whereas GuMiho's taking his first one immediately.
Well, 18 is the normal supply for a 1-rack's gases expand, so that's normal. But that's interesting. There's a lot of like little things with 1.4. It was a big patch, but so that's kind of one of the cool things. There's going to be a lot of these little changes that we're going to kind of see over time.
Yeah.
A couple more barracks going down for GuMiho.
GuMiho just adding his a little bit later, but taking his gas first. No, I'm really interested to see what type of style these guys are going to kind of evolve into as their expansions get up. There's been no aggression from either player whatsoever. Of course, SC is just now scouting around, and he's actually just doing a good job of sneaking in, but GuMiho's going to catch him.
Finds it.
But he will see the command center. Nice job by SC. Nice little sneaky covert ops SCV there. He was meant to be a ghost.
That's right. He's like Metal Gear Solid. He's like Solid Snake SCV. He's gonna. Oh, I guess he died.
He wanted to hide on the box.
SCV! You know, in the game they always yell Snake at the end. He dies.
Reminds me of Star Fox.
Another SCV is gonna come back hiding under box, and the Marine's gonna be like, "What's that?" Another Marine's gonna be like, "It's just a box."
The SCV was meant to be a ghost, but he didn't pass the training exam, so he was like, "I'll do it. I'll be the scout." Most SCV scouts would have just gone up the front, but he went around the side.
It's true. He's like, I've been trained for this. I know what to do.
SC will always remember that SCV that was able to scout for him.
I was kind of envisioning the A-Team soundtrack, the A-Team theme song playing when the SCV is like trying to sneak in the base, you know?
We can see some differences in these guys' builds. Right now, GuMiho, because he took his gas earlier, his combat shields are way ahead. He's starting his factory first, long before SC has started his. So, you know, even though he added his barracks a little bit later, his Marines are out a little bit later. It's a huge rush. I actually prefer what GuMiho has done here to get the faster gas and get these upgrades, get that factory out really fast, because that's what really matters. Having those Marines out a few seconds earlier isn't going to be as important as having your combat shields out, your factory, which leads to your starport, which leads to all the important tech in this matchup.
Absolutely. Yeah, I guess both of these guys decided to go bio, at least in the early game here.
Just pure Marine right now.
Yeah.
Combat shields finishing up here for GuMiho. A little bit faster.
And there's a starport for GuMiho as well, quite a bit faster than SC's. So it looks like you might see some early pressure with some Marines with their combat shields. Combat shields give Marines 10 more hit points, in case you guys are a little bit new to the upgrades. Makes the Marines a lot more durable.
Started for GuMiho right now. He's got a reactor going down in his factory. We may see some reactor medevacs coming out. He may be just going for that Marine King style TVT, at least initially here. But GuMiho knows better than to stick with that all game. He's going to switch later on, of course. As you can see, the starport for SC is significantly behind.
So everything that SC is doing, GuMiho is just doing a little bit faster.
Yeah, just a little bit faster. Not necessarily better, but it's just a different, it's a variation.
And it's not, you know, game ending or anything.
I mean, this is the definition of a mirror matchup, guys. They're both essentially doing the same opener, the same build, just with like one variation. He made his barracks before the gas. GuMiho made his gas before the barracks, and that's why I'm trying to highlight all the little differences here, because otherwise they are literally doing the same thing. They both have +1 on the way. GuMiho's a little bit faster on that too, because he got that gas first.
You know, it's really important too, I mean, to kind of take note of those things. If, you know, you're out there, you want to improve as a player, you really have to study that stuff. It's like the order you build things in Terran build orders is just vitally important.
And it's not like either of them made these choices based on what they scouted either. They're just trying to do something that's safer. And what SC did, I guess, in a sense, is a little bit safer to get those barracks up faster, because he didn't know what GuMiho was going to throw him. Then when he scouted, it was like, well, at least I did something safe. I mean, I may be a little bit behind now that I see what you're doing, but want to be safer.
Yep.
Now GuMiho's moving out with his first 2 medevacs, but SC's 2 are already out. Well, now this is all going to come down to who has the better concave, and if GuMiho goes up here, obviously SC will. He's also going to have the defender's advantage. This may be a mistake by GuMiho. He needs to get out of there.
All right, and he does turn around. Yeah, that's a little bit risky. I mean, to push up the ramp like that into your opponent's space.
Yeah, that was really risky, but decided to poke, and the brother of the covert SCV is actually going to try to come in here.
You killed my brother.
And look at this guy. He sneaks all the way in. Is he going to even get into the main? Not quite.
Just kind of ran right in there. He wasn't really that stealthy, actually. He's learning. Well, not anymore. Now he's dead, but he didn't pay attention, I guess.
He tried.
He tried.
Well, right now, +2 is on the way for GuMiho, and of course he's getting his +1 armor as well, so just very ahead of SC in upgrades. His stim has been done long before. That was one thing that GuMiho had when he went up that ramp that SC did not. And I don't think he expected SC to be doing exactly the same thing as him.
Now, no +2 infantry weapons yet for SC.
Yeah, but SC has switched into siege tanks earlier than GuMiho. So what GuMiho is trying to achieve here is he's just now getting his tech lab on his factory. He wants to make more Marines. He wants to control the center of the map with a mobile army, because of course this is a very large map. He wants to be able to buy time to get that third base up. He's already started his third base. It's 2/3 of the way done. That's something that SC hasn't done yet. So he wants to use those Marines to buy time for that, but it's going to be very difficult if SC does a very calm, collected, concentrated push towards that third base. It's going to be really hard for GuMiho to deal with that.
Yeah. And I mean, SC is the type of player that can definitely pull something like that off, too. Oh, a couple Marines getting caught there.
And GuMiho just checking to see if his opponent was doing the same thing and making a third base, wants to pressure that.
Well, this is such an interesting game right now, because you really do see how these two players play in a very similar style a lot of the time.
Yeah. Too. I mean, these guys, like we were saying, SC is basically the former master of GuMiho.
Yep.
They're on the same team together. They train together a lot. You can really see SC's style come out in GuMiho's play. Now, SC is going to push here, but he's not pushing in the best location. And actually, GuMiho's little drop has actually bought him enough time to have siege mode done. He does have 1 siege tank that's going to be pretty useful. SC has 3 siege tanks, but he's going to have the defender's advantage here.
GuMiho's going to have upgrades.
Who's going to have the better concave hero than these Marines engage? It looks like the answer is going to be SC, and GuMiho backs away, actually having vision. He's going to rush down that siege tank. Pretty smart move, and he actually has a better concave. Nice moves by SC. Gets the command center as well.
Really good snipe there from SC.
Yeah, SC.
And he's going to keep pushing, I guess. I don't know if this is the best idea. We'll see.
I think it's going to be okay with the siege tank sieging up, but
the upgrades are better for GuMiho.
GuMiho does have the better upgrades, and he has his own siege tanks, but a much better concave for SC, and this game might end right here.
Wow, look at that.
Just barely holds it off, but still, the tanks are cleaning up a lot of these Marines. A really good trade for SC.
Absolutely. Oh, nice. Dropped the tanks right outside there, but it does die. It was a nice little idea, but didn't quite work out. Looks like GuMiho might be able to maybe snipe another tank off. It does.
Yeah, he's going to get all those tanks. Nice micro, actually, not losing any of those Marines. The medevac actually out-heals it.
4 Marines just killed 3 siege tanks. That was impressive, actually.
It's the power of the medevac.
It's the power of the Force. I don't know what kind of voice that was. That really wasn't any Star Wars character at all.
I don't know, the power to destroy a planet is insignificant compared to the power of the Force, man.
That was like Darth Vader after he just got out of bed. He's like, oh, the Force is so strong this morning. Yep.
Well, GuMiho's now down 15 supply. He's restarted his third base, whereas the third base of SC is up and mining. GuMiho's going to have to make magic happen in order to catch up in this game. SC is so far ahead.
Yeah, no, I mean, the big thing for GuMiho, again, is the upgrades. He's getting +3 infantry attack right now, +2 armor. He's getting the Thor as well, and that's going to be pretty helpful. He can kind of walk that Thor in first, soak up some siege tank shots, and if he has enough medevacs, he can possibly come out ahead, but it's going to be really, really close. GuMiho is about 20 supply behind right now.
Yeah, indeed he is.
See how things go.
I like this Thor addition here by GuMiho, but this drop I like even more.
And this could do some damage if he targets on those reactors. That's going to really slow down GuMiho, and that is exactly what he's doing. Here comes GuMiho right now.
Oh man, GuMiho is doing a drop of his own!
Oh, this is a big drop too. And the turret kills off one medevac before he can unload all the Marines, but that is a big drop from GuMiho. 2 siege tanks in there as well.
Yeah, and the drop of SC is actually being cleaned up. I like this tactic by GuMiho. He targets down the 1 siege tank. Now he's got tanks defending his drop, which is much larger than that of SC, but SC is attacking the main base of GuMiho now.
We've got ourselves a base race.
That's what it looks like, and it looks like GuMiho is going to be able to evacuate with these dropships. Does he choose to save the Thor? He's going to try to engage with the SCVs. I'm not sure if he should be doing this, but if he holds this, he may win this game.
Yeah, the SCVs might be just barely enough. We'll see how the Marine control
Oh, it looks like it is going to be enough.
No way. The Thor is definitely going to be able to
And now SC is really in trouble because his production facilities cannot be saved. In fact, his main command center is going to go down here. This is a beautiful move by GuMiho, and his decision-making in that one moment to pull his SCVs, he had to do it right then and right there, and he was able to do it. And now he may actually just win this game from a position where he was like so far behind.
He lost a lot of SCVs to do it, but it doesn't matter. It's the base race.
And that's it, man. SC is actually going to die because he has no units. All he has is SCVs. His supply is pretty close. It's only because of his SCV count. And those SCVs are not going to beat what GuMiho has.
He's like, run, Luke, run. About cut in half by Darth Vader.
This is when Han Solo, that drop was like Han Solo coming in, man.
Yeah.
He changed everything. And GuMiho is now going under the attack of these new production facilities. And
Yep. Oh, SCV's going into the meat grinder, but that is a lot of SCVs.
Man, it's just not enough, man. The Thor being targeted down. The Thor goes down. GG. GuMiho 2-0's SC. A brilliant drop. He committed to his drop.
Yeah.
He was so committed, and he was so ready to defend.
That was a beautiful move by GuMiho. He deserves this win. The student has become the master.
Yeah, man, and I was really impressed by SC's play. They both did a very similar opening, and SC did his opening a little bit smarter, but that drop, it just wasn't quite enough.
I feel like the decision, too, for GuMiho to focus more on upgrades rather than getting a few more siege tanks out really ended up paying off in the end, too. So I feel like that was also a pretty big part of it, too. But either way, really cool game.
When you have a drop in someone's main, they have to send their units home to defend. And similarly to that, if you have a siege tank at the top of a ramp, it's difficult for units to come home. So if you drop and you have siege tanks in someone's main, it's difficult for them to come home to defend.
Yeah.
They're like, well, there's no way for me to engage this the right way.
Exactly.
And that's what happened. And GuMiho just decided, I'm going to bring tanks and I'm going to siege them up and this is going to be fine. Whereas SC brought only Marines and, of course, brought some tanks to attack from the front. But when the Marines in the main were cleaned up, then he had the defender's advantage in his main, so the tanks couldn't get up the ramp. The SCVs blocked it. Really nice control by GuMiho. Good decision-making by SC, but I think GuMiho just showed that he has surpassed his master a little bit, in TVT at least, obviously.
Well, the decision to get a couple Thors, too, is just awesome. I love that decision by GuMiho, too, because Thors can soak up so much siege tank damage, too, and they can kill siege tanks.
Yeah,
so
when the siege tanks are in small numbers,
it's
good to have those Thors. Of course, I think he got them to help get the dropships out running away and things like
That's
that too.
true too, of course. Yeah, they're helpful
But
with that too.
just in general, adding those Thors in there really helped out, and really smart play by both players. GuMiho again just showing that he is the new top dog between the two of those guys. So
only Terran left in Code A now too.
Yeah.
He's the only one.
The only one, man.
Those poor Terrans, man. All the Terrans getting knocked out of Code A. It's so sad. Who's gonna bring hope back to the Terran race, man? I don't know. It's a sad day for Terrans. Terrans have it so hard right now.
They do, man.
Only one Terran in Code A. What is wrong with the world, Wolf?
Well, I don't know if trends continue. We might see GuMiho go into Code S where he belongs with all the other Terrans.
That's true. That's where they all are.
Come join us.
I was like playing on the ladder the other day, and it was like only Protoss and Zerg, and I'm like, there's no Terrans on the ladder. Where are they all going? Someone, I forget who was it you? He was like, they're all in Code S, man. And I'm like, oh, that's right. That's where they are, I guess. So
that wasn't me, but that's really funny.
I forget who it was. I think that might have been Moletrap who said that, actually. I don't know. I feel bad because it was really funny, and I want to give him credit. But
it might have been Artosis, too. He's pretty funny.
Could have been.
Anyway, guys, we're going to take a 5-minute break. We'll see you when we get back.